Hi guys, how are ya? So, today I'm going to show you guys how to make my version of a mini explosion box. I've done a couple of them before, and I messed up on quite a few of them, and then I finally finished it, or figured out how to do a proper one, but I kind of went on a spree of saying some things. I don't know, I went into like a venting mode about something silly. Anyways, so I deleted all the videos. As I watched it, I had figured that it wasn't on point of what I was trying to do, and I should have stayed on point, and I kind of got lost in oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, long story short, I deleted the videos, so there are now no more tutorials of me going crazy and doing my explosion boxes. So I'm going to do a brand new video on the mini explosion box. The person that I did see that did the mini explosion box, I'm hoping that I'm okay to say it. As far as I know, you're supposed to say who it is that you saw it from. Was Stacy Evans. Sorry, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Some silly person had their car alarm going off and it sounded like a fire engine for a second. So anyways, Stacy Evans is the lady that I just adore. I call her my crafty queen. She is the lady that I saw the tutorial from Pink Poodle Crafts. Now the way she measured it and everything, that is where I originally learned how to do the explosion box. I can't believe it took me as long as this to figure it out. So anyways, that's where I learned it from, and I'm going to show you guys how to make the same thing. Alright, so you might see my cat here once in a while. She's kind of right here. Yeah, so I'm going to try and not walk away as often as I do. In my life, in my house, it's very, very busy. I have 4 cats, a dog, 2 grandkids, a husband, and a daughter, so very busy house. I am going to try my very, very best to stay on point as to what I am doing here, and I apologize if I do get interrupted by my grandson. He likes to come in and see what his nana's doing all the time. That's why I'm trying to do this video as quickly as I can, because they're not here right now. So when I do the actual video, I'm actually doing this for the ladies in our group. I'm drawing a blank here again. Oh my goodness. Friends in the Creation of Arts Studio. Because we are doing a mini explosion box swap. Now some of the ladies in our group have never done one before, and they don't want to go the bigger version. So some of them have asked me to do a tutorial on it for them. And I'm going to try and do my very, very best to stay on point without yammering on. Okay? And my grandkids are now home, so I might get interrupted. Oh, there's my grandson now, kind of freaking out. So, the first thing you're going to need are 5 sheets of cardstock. I do have my 5 sheets here. And the reason why you're going to need 5 is because you are doing a 4-layer explosion box. Mini explosion box. I know, it sounds like a lot of paper. I'm only using what I've got here, the decorative paper, because I have run out of cardstock. So I'm using a thicker version of cardstock. It's just decorative. I'm sure you can hear my grandson in the background there. a little tired. I guess it's nap time for them. Okay, so I'm using 5 sheets. And I'm not going to run ahead of myself. I'm going to try very, very hard to stay on track here. So, your first sheet, you're going to measure that at 8 by 8, or sorry, 8.5 by 8.5. Okay? I'm just going to move my papers here so they're not in my way. All right, and I put this black background here so it's easier, because I noticed with some of my videos that because I have this MacTech here, it's really white and everything seems to blend in with it. So I'm doing the best that I can to make sure that you guys can see everything. All right, so you're going to measure 8.5 by 8.5. All right. Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. I can't see without my eyeballs. I know, it's pretty sad. I'm gonna be 43 years old in about 3 weeks. And my eyesight is getting extremely bad. Sorry guys, I should have been prepared for this. Alright, so again, 8.5 by 8.5. Okay? 8.5. I hope that you guys can see the measurements. I actually had to put a piece of paper over my head there to cover the brightness of my lamp that's above my head. As I noticed that too, it's a little bit too bright. So, alright. So we're going to, and I apologize that my fingers are a little bit messy. Kind of running around doing some house cleaning today and stuff. So I apologize for that. I also have band-aids on my fingers on my left hand because a few days ago I had a little bit of a fight with my hot glue gun. It was in my way of doing something and I didn't realize how close it was to me. So I didn't realize how close it was to me, and I ended up my fingers were too close anyways, and I ended up burning myself. So that's why I have band-aids on my fingers. Alright, so there's our 8.5. Now we're going to go down to 8. Next piece of paper, we're going down to 8. And if you can, lightly mark your papers so you know which size is which, so you don't get them confused. I know it's going to be easy to see it when you've got them all measured up and everything, but it's for when you're putting the box together, you don't end up putting the wrong size in the wrong size. Okay, just a little point. Alright, so now we're going 8 by 8. Oops, up here. I don't know why I always end up going so far down. Alright, so 8 by 8. Right about there. Has anybody else ever done explosion boxes before? This is, I think, my 8th time, 7th time ever making them. As I said before, I have made quite a few of them, but it was a few months when I made the last few that I made. They were a bigger size, and I wasn't used to making that size. And as I said with Stacey Evans' video, she's the very first tutorial that I watched of making that. So I ended up just I ended up making one that was a little bit bigger. And when I watched the videos of it, they messed up on quite a few things. I'm not going to say who, because I don't believe in doing that to someone. But they messed up. Okay, Mama, sorry, my cat's kind of in my way here. Okay, you're going to have to go, Mama. You're going to have to go, baby. My chair. Sorry, guys. Ugh. So when I had watched the tutorials, they had messed up. in quite a few ways. And they're ladies that I've never watched before, so I should have gone back and watched the original one that I watched, which was with Stacey Evans and Pink Poodle Crafts. Where'd my ruler go? Oh, there it is. All right, now we're going to go down. As I said again, measure your paper every time you cut it. Now we're down to 8. And now we're going down to 7.5. Yeah, so has anybody else ever made an explosion box before? Any sizes or anything like that? When you have the right measurements and the person that is making the video of doing it and they do the correct measurements, it is fun to make. It's actually really fun to make, and it's fun what you can do with it, because you can load it up with a whole bunch of fun things craft wise for the person that you're sending it to. It's actually really fun. I do love making them. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, within my my YouTube channel, which is under my name, Sherry Weeks. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, so I just put it under my name. It's under Sherry Weeks. So yeah, if you're interested in doing a swap with me, I'd love to swap with someone. I have done a swap already with Stacey Evans. Still waiting to get it sent out because, as I said in a few of my videos, it's really expensive to send things from Canada to the States to anywhere pretty much in the world. So yeah. But she will be getting it. Alright, I'm going to write down. I cut my measurement off. So we're doing this. Alright, now we're going to do 7. I hope you guys can see this. I know you don't have to see the exact measurements that I'm doing. You don't have to see it as long as I'm saying it to you. Right? Right. Where'd my tick go? I lost my tick. There we go. Yeah, so if you're interested, visit my YouTube channel. I've got a few videos up there. Oh, sorry guys, hang on. Oh, this chair. I love it, but hate it. So yeah, I'm doing, oh, where was I here? I'm lost now. Oops. Did I take the wrong size? That's not 7. I almost messed myself up. Wrong side. Sorry guys, I'm just, I cut my tick off. I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, about my YouTube channel. If you'd like to do an explosion box swap with me, you can go to my YouTube channel under my name again, Sherry Weeks, and we can do a swap. Now, we're going to do our lid, measuring for our lid, and your lid is going to be, sorry, I forgot to write that size down, 7. Alright, so our lid is going to be, I wonder if I can do it with that. No, I can't. Nope. Too small. Just such a waste for a piece of paper like this. Alright, so your lid, you're going to make the actual size of the entire square. You're going to make it 6 inches. how did I do that again? I think it was 6 1/8. Okay, we're gonna go 6 1/4. 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Now this all depends on how much of a lip you want on your box, for the size. If you want how much of an overhang you want on your lid, that all depends on the size that you want. Now I want a fair size lip, so I'm gonna go 6 1/4. If you want it smaller, then go down by about I'd say maybe 5 3/4, no more than that. Yeah, no more than that. Sorry. All right. I'm going to cut that way first. There we go. And that's our lid. Okay. So that was 6 1/4 for that. 6 1/4, you know what I mean. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to, actually I can get that out of the way because we're done with that. So now I'm going to show you what Stacy had showed in her video on how to do this. Now when you're making these explosion boxes, because of the size that you're making, you can't divide 8 1/2 by 3. It's virtually impossible. Okay, so normally you'd go 3 6 9. Well, you can't do that because it's 8 1/2. So with your size 8 1/2, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to put your 0 right at the very, very top corner on your left hand side, and you're going to drag your ruler up until you hit the 9 on the opposite side. Okay, so you're going to be 0 at the very top corner up here. Okay, up here, very top left corner. Make sure it's right on the very tip. Okay, and then 9 on the right hand side. All right, and you're going to score at 3 and 6. Okay, you're going to turn it. And you're going to do the exact same thing with each and every paper. All right, 0 top left corner, and the 9 right side. And score at 3 and 6. Alright, so that's your 8 1/2. Now we're going to go down to your 8 again. My cat being crazy. So 0 top left corner and 9 on the right. Let me say that again. 0 top left corner, right to the very top corner, and then 9 on your right side. And then you're going to score at 3 and 6. Or mark at 3 and 6. Again, 0 top left corner, 9 on the right, and mark at 3 and at 6. Alright. Now we're down to 7 1/2. And again, 0 top left corner, and the 9 on the right. And score at 3 and at 6. And same thing, rotate your paper once, 0 at the top left corner, 9 on the right. Always make sure you're right on that mark. And then again, 3 and 6. Last piece. Oh no, we still got the lid to do. 0 and 9. And you see with every piece that you're doing, it gets bigger and, the angle of your ruler is bigger and bigger. It goes further and further down. Doesn't matter, because your marks will still always stay the same at 3 and 6. Again, 3 and 6. And 3 and 6. There we go. Now that's our box. As I said again, I don't know if I mentioned it, we're doing a 4-layer box. I believe she only did a 3-layer. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. So the same thing with your lid. Now the only thing is that you can't go to 9 on your lid. So I'm trying to remember how I figured that out. Okay, because my lid is 6 1/4, I'm going to go, where is it here? Okay, you're driving me nuts, cat. Go away. I'm going to say 2. No. Sorry guys, just hang on a second here. I'm just looking for the original box size. I went too big on my, not that you're gonna mess up or anything, you won't mess up. It's just that because I made the lid a little bit bigger than normal, it's not a mess up. It's just something that I'm confusing myself on, because I did make the lid a little bit bigger because I wanted a bigger overlap on the lid. That's the only thing I'm confused about right now. Other than that, there's nothing else that's confusing. It's only confusing myself because, as I said, I made the lid a little bit bigger because I didn't like the last size. If you can see here, this is my mini explosion box that I made already. I apologize again. I know. Kind of hard to work with 2 fingers that are band-aid up and still quite sore. So all I'm doing is folding it up, and I'm going to show you how you can go about measuring your lid to make it how much of an overhang that you want. If you want more of an overhang, this is how you can go about doing it, okay? So all I'm going to do is take it, flip it over, measure. Yeah, that's going to be quite the size. That's going to be quite a hangover. Quite the hangover. Like, that's almost taking up the whole box. Alright. My bad. This is my bad for doing that. I shouldn't have made it as big as I did. Alright. So, not a big deal. Easy to fix. So all you're going to do is, again, take your ruler and you're going to mark it at 5. I should have stayed at 5. I don't know why I went 6. That's where my mess up was. I made it a lot bigger. I don't know why I was thinking 6. It should have been 5. There we go. So you want to make your actual lid of your box 5. 5 inches by 5. Okay? That's all you have to do. I apologize for that, guys. Sorry about that. So you're making it 5 by 5. Okay? There we go. There's our original size. 5 by 5. Okay? I apologize about that. Alright, so now you're going to take your ruler for your lid. Again, mark it on your paper that it's only 5. Okay? So you don't mess up. So 5, and I'm going to show you how you can go about doing that. So it's not just so it's not confusing to you, so you aren't sitting there saying, well, okay, you said 6 by whatever and 6 by whatever and whatever and whatever. I'm just showing you the reason why I don't want you to do that, because it will be an awfully big. Now, like I said, it's up to you, the size of the overhang that you want. But to me, that was fairly big, too big for me. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to hold it up here and make it as neat as possible so you can see it. Okay, so you can, oh, sorry, try to do this properly. So you can kind of see how much of an overhang that is. Now I'm happy with that overhang. That's not a huge overhang. Okay, so all that is this part where my thumb is here that you see over here. That's the overhang around, all the way around. Okay, so that's round about an inch of an overhang. Okay, if you get confused at making this at any time, and you watch a tutorial where someone has messed up just on making the lid, because I find that's where everyone seems to mess up, is making the lid. If you ever are making an explosion box, no matter what size, and you've already made the box and you're getting to the lid on how to make the lid, take your box and do exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay, fold it all together, place all your pieces inside, fold it all together, and then trace around it, and that's your circumference of your actual box. Okay, and then this is the overhang of how much is going to be left overhanging. Okay, so easier for you to do. All right, now we're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to, instead of the 9, now because this is smaller, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to do the same thing with the 0, but instead of the 9, because you can't reach that, you're going to go to the 6. Okay, and you're going to mark at, where's my mark here? It's 5, so I want it at 4 and 1.5, 4 and 1, 4 and 1. Excuse me, sorry guys. So you're going to take your ruler, just do it this way normal. Just do it normal. Instead of me doing that and confusing you. You're going to mark at 1 and 4. Okay? And that's going to be your measurements. For your score marks. That's going to be your score marks. Again. One and 4. Okay? There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. No problem. Other than the little mess up that I did, but hey, what else is new? We all make mistakes sometimes. At least I corrected it, right? There we go. So now, you're going to need your scoreboard. Oops, that out of the way. Alright. I apologize, guys. I know I said I wasn't going to walk away. My scoreboard is quite dusty. I just have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm here, guys. Oh, I am so sorry about that. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And unfortunately, I can't pause this when I'm making it. It's not like a one of those pausing. It's actually my laptop, and I can't pause the video. So I'm gonna try and edit that out. I don't know if I can. I haven't quite figured out how to edit yet, but I know how to put other things to my video, how to do a couple more things to my video. So I'm learning, slowly but surely. I'm learning. I'm getting it. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a collapse of stuff over here. Trying to get it out of my way, and I'm trying to stay on point of what I'm doing here. All right, so now we're gonna start. You can start with whatever one you want. Your score marks are already made, so pretty much your box is completed. Not completed and put together, but it's measured, and you're gonna score it now. So I don't need that anymore. Where is it? There it is. All right. As I said, now you're gonna score everything. I apologize again if I'm a little too quiet. I just noticed that if I'm doing something, I start rambling, and I don't want to do that. I noticed that my videos are too long with that, so. And I'm kind of drawing a blank on what to talk about. My lid done? Lid done. Is everybody getting their kids ready for Halloween? I know it's still like a month away, but my grandson will not stop talking about it. He chooses every day something different that he's gonna be. That's quite cute. He's a funny little guy. I can't find my line. Where is it? There it is. The other thing that I was going to do, actually I did a few days ago, is I started doing hauls, doing things that I end up buying or things that I get from online. I was starting to do some of that. I don't know if people are interested in watching that, but I'm going to start doing them probably once or twice every 2 weeks. Depends on how well it goes. I mean, if people aren't watching them, then I'm not going to do them, because it doesn't make sense for me to do it if nobody's watching it. So I was thinking of doing hauls. It sounds weird when you say it that way. It sounds like I'm saying like hulls, like something you chew on. But yeah, I was thinking of doing videos on some hauls that I do for myself and maybe for my daughter. Because she goes out and she gets stuff for her kids and craft stuff and stuff like that. She's actually just beginning to do crafting with me. She's actually in a few of our swaps in our group. Oh, I'm drawing a total blank there. Sorry guys, I just need a sip here. Hang on. So yeah. Ooh. Sorry. Went down the wrong hole. So yeah, we're just trying to think of some things that we can do for our group. As I said, she's new to crafting, so I want to get her involved. She gets excited when she sees the things that I get in Happy Meals and stuff like that. So she sits there and she actually gets all excited too, seeing me open up all the things and how teary-eyed I get. I know I'm a big wuss. I know I am. But she gets excited to see everything that I'm opening up from the swaps that I go into and stuff like that. So I'd like to get her more involved in it. She has her own YouTube channel, which she does videos with her kids all the time, which are my two grandsons. Well, obviously, you know that. So she's always doing videos. At least every few days she's posting videos of her and her kids. And I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to let you know, like, my daughter's in our swap group, and as I said, it's new for her. We're doing our very first rack in our group, Friends in the Creation of Art Studio. So we've started our very first rack. We've got quite a few ladies that are interested in it. I know I keep saying, I apologize for that. I'm just kind of, excuse me, drawing a blank here as to what to talk about for the first time. I can't believe it. I apologize. Yeah, we're doing rack in our group for the first time. We actually have quite a few swaps going on right now. I've decided, instead of doing 2 swaps a month, I'm actually going to do quite a few. We actually have, I think, 5 or 6 of them going on right now. And I believe by the end of this month, we're going to have some more going on. So it's just going to be an ongoing swap, like every single month. Because we have not a whole lot of members, but we have quite a few. And they are very quick at what they're making. So I want to keep them entertained as to whatever it is that they like doing. Because they are so fast at what they're doing. I wish I was as fast as they were. But keeping them entertained in everything that they're doing, so that they have lots and lots of stuff to do all the time, so that they're not bored of the group or anything like that. Not that I know that they're in other groups and stuff. It's just that I want to keep them entertained in our group. So that's why I decided just to throw up a whole bunch of swaps and stuff like that. And I've got some new ideas about some stuff that I'm going to do myself for our group. We're only about 3 months in. That's about how old our group is right now, is about 3 months in. So, as I said, we don't have a whole lot of members, but I'm happy with the ladies that we do have. They're fabulous ladies. They've helped me in a lot of things, supported me in me creating my own YouTube channel and stuff like that. So I just want to keep them happy. That's all that matters to me, is to keep my YouTubers and my family and my Friends in the Creation of Art Studio family. I just want to keep everyone happy. So, all right, moving on. If you want to know more information about all of my groups and everything that I'm in, come join us in Friends in the Creation of Art Studio. And you can see all the swaps that are going on and the things that we're doing. We haven't started any challenges yet, but we're going to start challenges soon. So if you'd like, join us. Come on over and click on our thing. I'm not too sure how you go about doing it. It's been a while since I've joined a group, so I can't remember how to do it exactly. So yeah, come on over and join us, and I hope you have fun with it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut our very first line. Okay. I apologize, it's hard for me to see because of the angle of my my laptop. I can't even see if you guys can see that. Alright, yeah. you can see the score lines that I made there. So all your score lines, you're going to cut on your score line right up to your very first score line going across. Okay, just like that. Okay, that's all you're doing. Now, if you want to, not with the lid, you are only doing this with the lid right now. Okay, so now we're going to take it and we're going to turn. I'm just going to shut up and I'll show you what was gonna say there. My goodness, I am fumbling all over my words today. I apologize, guys. And then you're gonna turn it and do the same thing on every edge, right up to the first score line. Turn it, do the same thing on every edge. Alright, and there's your flaps. Alright, and the reason why you want to do that, and you need to keep them, do not cut them off. Alright, you need to keep them. You can burnish them with your fingers, you can burnish them with your this thing, whatever it's called, bone folder. Okay, alright, now so when you're doing your lid, okay, do not put your tab on the outside when you fold that tab. Okay, don't put that on the outside because it's gonna look nasty. Okay, so if you decide when you're doing it with cardstock and stuff, and you go and cover it with cardstock or whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna look nasty. It's gonna be bumpy and it's gonna be nasty. So you take your tab, put your tape on the outer part of the tab, outer part of the tab, and you're going to fold it in and stick it. And you need to get that edge nice and clean. Get it as close and clean as you possibly can. Okay? You want a perfect edge there. Alright? Now, what I was going to say, you're going to take one of your boxes. This is now my smaller. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with your sizes from large to small to small to large. So just keep them in the pile so each and every one that you're done, keep it in that pile exactly how you're putting it down. Do not mess up your papers because that's how you'll get confused. Some people do, some people don't. I'm just suggesting that. So anyways, we're going to take our 7-inch and we're going to again do the same thing we did with the lid. It's going to be almost the exact same thing that we did with the lid, but the difference is here. Now you can cut this whole corner off. You can cut all 4 corners off if you want to. Okay, you don't have to keep that flip or that flap on. You can cut it right off if you want to. Okay, so you can cut here and cut the whole thing right off, or you can keep it on. And I'll show you what you can do with that after, okay? I have quite fumbly fingers, I apologize. Alright, so you're going to have that. Okay, you can see that. All the flips, all the flaps, all the flops. Okay, put that aside. You're going to do that to all of them. If you want to keep the corners. If you don't want to keep the corners, cut the entire corner off. Okay? I have bad nerves too. They make me jump sometimes. Most of the time, it's a little hard for me to work or craft, especially when I'm doing something so minute as to putting on maybe a gem or something on something really small. It's like I'm sitting there and I'm just, go. I apologize if I keep clearing my throat too. I don't mean to. Got a little bit of a scratchy throat lately. Trying to do this as fast as I can. I don't want to make the video long. I know my videos have been super long, and I need to stop doing that. That's why I'm not chatting so much, because I get distracted when I do. Yeah, so when you're making these and you're done putting the box together, it's amazing the things that you can do with these. Especially when you're sending them to someone. That's why it's called an explosion box, because when you put it all together, it's almost like a Christmas present, you know? It's just, but it's like an explosion, an exploding Christmas present, with all the things that you can add to it. I mean, like the things that you can put inside when you're done making the box. It's just so much fun when someone gets it. I'd almost prefer getting an explosion box for Christmas than anything else, because of the amount of stuff that you can jam into these things. It's so fun. Last piece, and then we're ready to put our box together. There we go. All right, now we can start folding. Start folding all of your pieces. I can't believe how quick this is going. Maybe it's because I've done it about 10 times. It's crazy how many times I've done this box already. Again, with every piece that you're doing, keep it in the pile that you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. As I said, so you don't get confused. We're almost done. I can't believe it. I'm so proud of myself. It's because I'm not yammering on. As long as I'm not yammering on and distracting myself, I'm okay. All right. Now, the fun part begins. So, what I was going to say, we won't do it with that one. We'll do it with this one. The way that I do it, it's up to you what you want to do. So now, we're going to take our double-sided tape, okay, flip it over, and make sure if you're going to, before you put the box together, if you want to ink it, ink it. Ink your edges, do whatever it is that you want to do and everything like that. I just like doing, putting the box together before I do anything else. So it doesn't bother me that I'm inking it or anything, because this probably won't go to anybody anyways. It's going to be another explosion box. That's just going to sit in my cupboard. Alright, so now you're just taping down, taping up, taping down, whatever it's called. If anybody's interested and wants to do a swap with me, I'd be more than happy to. Leave me a comment, let me know. on my YouTube channel, or and leave me a comment in this video. I would love to do a swap with someone. I've never gotten one, so I'd love to get one. Get out of there. I have a hair stuck there. This tape is so sticky. All right. So. Itchy. Go. Now, the only thing about doing this is when you are putting your box inside the other box, make sure you're folding it up. Okay, it makes it easier for you to see exactly where you're placing your box. And most of the time I've noticed that the box will only fit one way nicely. It'll fit nice and snug, okay? You shouldn't have too much of a gap. So okay. See, if you put it one way, sometimes it'll overlap on one side. So there's only one way that this box will actually fit. Okay, for it to fit snugly. Snugly. You want it to fit snugly. Oh, don't take there. And it is kind of hard for me to see because I have that piece of paper over my light. And you want to try and center it as best as you can. And I'm stuck. I don't want it stuck yet. Don't stuck, don't stuck, don't stick. Let go. Let go. I'm fighting with the tape. Let go. Oh. No, don't. No, 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 no. Come on, let go. Let go. I didn't even push it down. Oh my goodness, this tape is so sticky. Sorry to say, but it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Alright. It's pretty much stuck there. It ain't gonna come up. I'm gonna end up ripping the paper. Oh, that makes me mad because I wanted that perfect. Sorry guys, just hang on. I'm going to try and fix this as easily as I can without destroying it. Ugh, it's always something. Always something in a video. So frustrating. Let go. I'm gonna rip it a little bit, but that's okay. It's gonna be covered. Oh my goodness, and it just like keeps going around it. Oh my god, like have a good laugh, guys. Have a good laugh. I'm not laughing right now. There, see, I ripped it. God, I love but hate this tape sometimes. All right, let's try that again. Hopefully without destroying it. Now, it's like I said, it's because I can't see exactly where my lines are. It's almost like I gotta draw a line there so I can see. Because I got big fat fingers too. My lighting is so dim. Just everything going against me right now. In there. In there. There we go. Pretty good. Good enough. Good enough. I'm a little bit crooked, but good enough. Ugh. And I'm a perfectionist. That's why it's driving me nuts right now that this is crooked. I'm such a friggin' perfectionist. See, I just want to keep fixing it. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm going to have to leave it. It's driving me nuts because it's crooked here. It's driving me absolutely crazy right now, but I'm going to have to move on. Anyways. Don't mind me, guys. Alright, so now you're going to do the same thing with your next piece. As I said, make sure your pieces fit inside each other. Make sure your 8 goes inside your 8.5. Your 7.5 goes inside your 8. And so on and so forth. Such amazing tape. Oh my goodness. I just can't get over how sticky it is. And it's like if you touch one thing with it, it's done. You're done. You're stuck down. You saw. And I got this from Walmart. Like, that's what I can't get over. This is Walmart tape. That roll is almost done. Pretty much done. No, not the whole thing. All right, let the second half of the fun begin. Again, you want to fold your box. Another thing I'll show you afterwards. I have fumbly fingers today, man. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my washing machine. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm trying so hard to keep it as straight as I possibly can right now. There we go. Perfect. Go. Now on to number 4. 4. 4. Oh, go. Just going to do it. Never mind. I hate that by the time you get to the end of the roll, it's like all of the tape starts coming off, and like the plastic that covers it, it just wants to all come off. It went over a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, figures. Yeah, see, my tape let go. That one is pretty much done. Yeah, you're done. You are done. Oh, get off my finger. Get off my finger. Get off my finger. There. guys, last piece. And then we do the lid and we're done. I think that's the quickest tutorial. I don't know why I was going to say something else. Tutorial is what I was going to say. I think this is the fastest tutorial I've ever done. And as I said, you want to make sure you are lined up perfectly centered. Go that up the wrong way. There we go. Voila. Not yet. Still a little crooked. There's your box, guys. Your box is now complete. You are all put together now. So now we're going to do our lid. I'm going to show you that, and then we're done. My tutorial is done. Alright. And it's up to you what you want to do, and I'll show you a little. So pretty much the only thing you have to do, like if you want to do, this is going to turn into a pocket. Excuse me, sorry. If you want to do one of these pockets, the only thing you're going to have an issue with is, well, you have to trim the inside, okay? When you're doing your pockets like this, you're going to turn that into a pocket. You are going to have some overlapping, okay? So you need to trim that. No matter what, if you're going to have this in here, whether it's just going to be like a little letter thing, or you're going to make it into a pocket, whether you're going to have it into a letter thing, if you're going to have it into like a card type thing, if you're going to have it into that, or if you're going to turn it into a pocket, you still have to trim that edge, okay? That's not something I have to show you. You know that. You'll figure that out. Okay, so you're going to have to do that with every layer. Some of them fit up perfectly, some of them don't, okay? Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I guess, as far as I know, I've seen it with every single tutorial that I've watched. They're all like that. Alright, so now... Oh, also... when you are doing this, and if you are going to make that into a pocket, use a hinge, okay? Now, what I mean by a hinge is, just give me a scrap piece of paper. I just need a scrap piece of paper. Okay. So you need to take a piece of paper from your scrap pile that you just cut out. All right? You need it 1/4 of an inch wide, and then score right down the middle of that, okay? Then cut it and measure it to the size that you're going to need for this, for your flap, okay? And then attach it. So let me do that now. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Alright. I'm lost here. I'm just trying to get this done quickly. I do not want this video to run long. Okay. A ruler. Alright. Yeah, you want it 1/4 of an inch wide. You don't want it any thicker than that, because there's no need for it to be any thicker. Get over here. All I'm doing is scoring just to make it 1/4 of an inch wide, so I know where to cut, because I suck at cutting straight lines. So it's just my mark to cut it is all I'm doing. Okay. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Just make sure you cut your strip into 1/4 of an inch wide. Okay. I'm just doing this quickly. Okay, there we go. 1/4 of an inch wide. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. I'm trying to stay in view here, guys. I apologize. Alright, so 1/4 of an inch wide for your strip. And then score it right down the middle. Okay. That's going to be your hinge. All right. And you're going to fold it. Mine is not exactly centered. I'm just showing you. All right. Now, measure it. I should have turned it over so you can see. Turn it over so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so now you're going to measure it. You don't want to go right to the top, okay? You don't want to go right to the top of your envelope that you're making. You want it to be a little bit further down, just a little bit. Okay, so that's your hinge, okay? And then you're going to tape the entire side of one, tape the entire one side, is what I mean, okay? Tape one entire side, and then you're going to put it, let's get the scoreboard out of the way so you can see. And I apologize if it's hard for you to see. I'll put my ruler there so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so you're going to take your hinge, tape it on one side, and then you're going to put it as close as you can to the edge of the closed part. Okay, and then you're going to fold your flap over, and that creates your hinge. Okay, actually I'll do it for you. I will do it for you. I know some people are the type that are visual learners, and some are by hearing. And I'm kind of the same way. I'm visual. I like visual. Right. And the reason why you want the hinge is so that when you jam stuff into it, it's not going to cause the stuff to be, because look at how much more you can jam into that. See how big that is? You can jam a whole lot more into that. So you can see. See how big that pocket is? You can jam a whole lot more stuff into that. Now if you were to just tape it and leave it like that, you're not going to get a whole lot in there. Everything's going to jam because you're putting the tape in on the inside there, because if you do just tape, eventually things will start sticking to the side of that tape, as it does with everything that you do. Okay, so all I'm going to do is quickly trim it. Ugh, this way is so awkward for me. I'm just going to try to trim it as best as I can. There you go. Alright. And there's your little envelope. Okay. The other thing too is sometimes you'll have, just because of when you're scoring, hang on. Sorry guys, hang on, my daughter needs me. You won't start until spring now. Oh, well, it's different with every place.
I know. Even if I can get it for next spring, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Fine. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. Did you get me chocolate milk?
I will get it.
Always forget. Yes. Whatever. I'm doing a tutorial here. All right. So, there's your pocket. That's how. Isn't that cute? Isn't that so cute? It's adorable. I love it. I love doing these boxes. They're so much fun to do. All right. So that's done. Yes, my daughter just flushed the toilet. She shouldn't have flushed the toilet. We have an ensuite to our bedroom, so I apologize for that, guys. All right, so okay. All right, so now onto our lid. There you go. I'm actually liking this black paper down. I've never put black paper down before. It's actually easier for me to see too. Good idea. As I said, it's because with some of the, well, with every video that I've done, I've noticed that the background is always white and everything that I'm doing is always a light color. So I had to put black down so that you guys could see better. Alright guys, we are pretty much done. So I'm going to do this now. As I said, if you want to ink the edges, go ahead, but it doesn't, you don't really need to do it with this, with the lid. You can wait until the lid is put together and then do it. Okay. The other thing is too, you want, that's the reason why I made the lid a little bit bigger, because you are going to be jamming the box full of things. So it's going to expand the box a little bit. So in the beginning, when you first put your lid on, it might be a little bit loose when you put it on, but that's only because you need that expansion, okay, for when you put more stuff in. Oh, good thing I caught that. Some of the tape kind of went over the edge. Oops, I guess I should attach them on. That would be smart, sir. Alright, nice clean edge. The plane, boss, the plane. I say that every time I hear an airplane. The plane, boss, the plane. You guys know what that show is from. Come on, if you're my age, you know which show that's from. Leave me a comment, let me know if you know what it is. There you go. There we go. Our lid is made, guys. It's lit. Yay, it's made. We're done. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Alright. Don't ask me what I just said there. Or where I got that from. Okay. I'm crazy. That's a crazy girl. Now we're going to fold our box together. You guys are going to have so much fun with this. I so love making these things. I wish I could get one. I would love to get one. If you want to swap, send me an email. My email is also on my YouTube channel. All of my videos are on my YouTube channel. If you want to swap, I would love to. Or if you'd like to see me do something, let me know. I'll do something. I know how to do quite a few things. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll figure out how to do it. Alrighty. There's your box, ladies. There's your beautiful little box. Isn't it adorable? It's so tiny and so cute. And look at all the layers. See all the layers you got there? Isn't that awesome? And try and hold it all together. Now your box, or your lid, will only fit one way too. See? Isn't that adorkable? Isn't that so adorkable? It's so beautiful. I love making these. They're so much fun to do, guys. If you want to swap, send me an email. Share the Creation of Art Studio. Actually, you know what? I should write it down. No, as I said, it's in my my YouTube. I know it's in there. It's in there somewhere. If not, go through my Facebook. My Facebook is my regular Facebook is under my name. Again, Sherry Weeks. So leave me a message there. PM me, private message me, and we'll do a swap if you're interested. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's just adorable. I know it is. I love it. It's so cute. So if you guys want to do a swap or anything, or you're interested in seeing something else that you'd like to see me do to make or create, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, goodness. I actually have 3 of these now. 3 mini boxes. I have 2 that are going to be vintage, and then this one I'm not too sure what I'm going to make it into. It might be a fall theme. I don't know. I'm not too sure. If you're interested in doing a swap, let me know. And I'd love to do it with you. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And I'm drawing a total blank here. Total blank. I'm drawing a total blank. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so anyways, enough of my gapping here. I may finish the video by doing some decorating on it. I'm not too sure yet, but I might. If I do, I'm going to do a video on it and show you some little tips and tricks that I do to decorate the little box. If you're interested, give it a watch, and hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, and it wasn't as long as I was hoping it wouldn't be. So, again, thank you again for watching. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share, like, and whatever it is else that you do with YouTube videos. Leave me a comment. I'd love to see what you guys think. It'd be nice to hear from you. Okay? Be as creative as you are. Stay creative as you want. And thanks again for watching. Love you guys. Bye.